Hello and welcome to episode number 6 from the Equilibre Animal podcast. Today, the question: does your dog meet your expectations? You have a dog. Congratulations. What kind of dog did you choose? Shelter or breeder? A stray, a purebred, or a mixed breed? How did you come to have your dog? Found, adopted, bought, inherited. I found my first dog. The others are adopted. I don't judge that. For me, an adopted stray is not automatically better than a purebred dog bought from a breeder. Every dog has its story, brings something with it. My first dog trainer once said, every dog is a surprise package. You never know what's inside. And that's really the case. You can prepare as well as you can, but you never know how the dog will develop. Deciding to get a dog also always involves expectations. For some reason, you want to have the dog, and probably exactly this dog. It should watch out, or provide companionship, help you get out again, meet new people, do more sports. You want it as a working or service dog. This should not be judged, it's all legitimate. The question I ask my clients is, what are your expectations? Where do they come from, these expectations? And what if your dog can't meet them? And there are the most varied approaches. My dog should stay alone for 8 hours a day when I'm at the office, and then I have company in the evening and go out on weekends. My dog should obey perfectly, be socially compatible, travel in the car, and stay alone because I can take him to work then. My dog should lie quietly under the table at work, not bother my customers, and wait until I'm done. He should be easily recalled so we can bike through the woods in the evening. My dog should not destroy anything at home when he's alone. My dog should not bark so much. My dog should be house trained. My dog should be relaxed in everyday life and not attract negative attention. My dog should not pull on leash so that walks are relaxed. My dog should not sniff so much. My dog should not hunt. My dog should get along with other dogs. My dog should not be an outsider. My dog should. I understand that very well. We live in a highly complex world. We are constantly challenged. We have our dogs to create a balance. A bit of nature, a bit of wilderness, a bit of freedom, and a bit of companionship. It has become tight. Everyone has a dog or a cat or a horse. Everyone wants to bike through the woods or run along the riverside, relaxing, enjoying nature. And then you meet. And then it can get complicated if the dog doesn't do what it's supposed to, but what he wants. More rules are established. It gets even tighter. You are now even more challenged. The ad pops up. How to bring your dog to service dog level in a few days. All problems disappear with simple training. The online course costs almost nothing. But it doesn't work. Then you have to book the next course. And then the next. And it's best to join a local course. Maybe it will help you. In any case, it makes you financially poorer. And your trust diminishes. The dog trainers, in yourself, in your dog. The methods have to get tougher. You are simply too soft, too nice. More pressure needs to be applied. Grandpa always said that, and he must know. Maybe your dog works better now. Only because now he's scared. This is often interpreted as respect. But respect is not the same as fear. When you think of someone you respect and someone you fear, is there a difference? With fear, trust is missing. And trust is the basis for a stable and harmonious relationship. A small example. I have respect for pilots. I'm afraid of flying. but I'm confident and trust the pilot that he is well trained and will get me safely from A to B. If someone without training and experience were flying the plane, I would definitely be scared and have no trust at all, especially if I'm forced to get into this plane. So now you are completely stressed. You have stress at work, maybe also at home. The world around you is getting tighter and more complicated. Your dog, who was supposed to bring you joy and a balance, has now become a new problem, even more stress. The dog is not working, the training is not working. The pressure from outside is increasing. You are investing more and more. The stress is affecting your relationship. You are already annoyed just thinking about having to go out with your dog. Your dog senses your stress and becomes even more insecure. The methods become tougher, your dog becomes even more insecure, his behavior even more unpredictable. A logical consequence. I will translate this. Your boss expects you to solve a task. You have never done it before, but you are able of taking on the task. However, it is not clearly communicated what you should do. You receive no support. So you cannot meet the expectation. Your boss is frustrated and reacts harshly. You don't know why and become uncertain. You try to please your boss somehow. Your boss becomes even harsher and reacts with stricter restrictions. Pay cut, no breaks, no personal time in the office. You are under pressure. But you still don't know what you are doing wrong. You slowly lose trust and respect for your boss. For a dog, this means you go for a walk. Someone comes towards him, that scares him, and he growls. You are startled and pull on the leash. Your dog should stop, there's nothing going on. In the evening, you watch some YouTube videos. You should make the dog sit and distract him with a treat and then reward him when he stays calm. Your dog is just dominant and you need to make it clear to him who is the boss. This is then called positive reinforcement. The next day, the same game. The other dog comes towards you again. You are prepared, slightly nervous, but you are ready. Silently, you hope that everything goes well. The leash tightens. You hold it even more firmly. Your dog raises the hairs on his neck and starts growling. You pull on the leash. He should sit down. Your dog doesn't want to sit down. You intervene and push him to the ground as you learned in dog school. Your dog complies now and you give him a treat. That worked well. The next day, the same game. Your dog reacts even more strongly now, and so you react accordingly. You have done everything as described, but it doesn't work. At home, you consider buying the online course to learn by yourself. It probably contains the solution to your problem. Spoiler alert, no, you won't find the solution there either. And this is not about discrediting online courses. There are very good courses from very good trainer online and also for self-learning. The problem starts much earlier. Do you remember? Your boss doesn't communicate properly. Your boss doesn't understand your problem. Your dog shows a behavior. At that moment, it doesn't matter how unpleasant it is for you and whether you understand the behavior or see the problem the same way. Your dog now needs your support, your understanding, and neither distraction nor pressure. Distraction and pressure create even more fear. This does not build trust. And your dog is also not dominant between us. There are not very much dominant dogs. And mostly truly dominant dogs have, if well led, so much self-confidence and self-assurance that they usually navigate such situations quite calmly. So your dog is probably insecure and reacts because he doesn't feel protected in the described situation and now thinks he has to take over the safety for both of you. This can have fatal consequences. That's why I would always recommend first looking at what do I expect from my dog? What can my dog do? How is my dog developing and what support does he need from me in this complex world? How can I be a sovereign and reliable partner for my dog? I choose this dog. I wanted this dog. I force this dog to live with me and be part of my life and cope with it. I want him to meet my requirements and expectations. This is a lot for a small being. Your dog gives everything for you. If there are misunderstandings, please find someone who first recognizes the problem constructively and then solves it with cooperation and not with pressure or violence. Your dog is a living being with his own feelings, expectations, and needs. And he has a right to that. No one demands absolute perfection from your dog and you. The important thing is that you both form a good team, able to trust and respect each other. If you need support for yourself and your dog, please feel free to contact me. Thank you very much for listening. Bye.